Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. So we're cracking on with combined arms and looking at driving and firing the different vehicles. So today is artillery. We've done multiple launch rocket artillery. Today is normal ballistic shell artillery. Really been looking forward to this one and it will probably be my favourite, so I'm super excited. So first we've got this guy. He is a 2S9 Noma. Let's have a look at him. Funky little bit of artillery there. So we'll go into some more details in a bit. Next we've got, I know this one, this is the M109 Paladin, the American one. Big thumping unit that is. Next we've got the, I don't know if I can say that, 2S1 Gvorstika. Gvorstika. That kind of is a big old unit as well, really. And they just get bigger and bigger, I'm afraid. So even bigger, we've got the the 2S19 Midsa. And that is a thumping great beast. Look at the turret on that. Crikey. What a beast. Oh, and machine gun. Cool. That's going to be fun to play with. And a little thing down there. I wonder what that is. And a little thing there. Should be interesting finding that out. Even bigger, we get the 2S3 Acacia. Let's have a look at him there. Another big thumping unit there. And the big daddy, of course, we've got him. I haven't worked out what coalition this is yet. I mean, what country this is. I'm assuming German, but I don't know. That's pure guess. SBGH Dana. So let's have a look at him there. And that is a whopping great thing, isn't it? Look at that. What a beastie. Right, so let's go and find out some more details. Okay, first one, the Norna. So 2S9 Norna. We've got extremely lightweight, self-prepared, air-droppable 120. I guess that's what makes it so useful here, is the lightweight, self-propelled, so they can take it in a chopper or whatever that can carry that. 120mm gun mortar designed in the Soviet Union, which entered service in 1981. Wow, of course, if I would have guessed, I would have thought that would be 50, 60, so it shows how wrong I am. 2S9 chassis is designated the S120 and based on the aluminium hull, interesting, of the BTRD, which is that guy there. So I'm guessing that's what makes it so light, so that it can be carried by airborne units. How interesting. Airborne multitask, purpose-tracked armoured personnel carrier. More generally, the 120mm mortar is referred to as the Noma, with the 2S9 also known as the Noma S. A BTR-80 version is available. Let's have a look at him. BTR-80 based version is the 2S23 or Noma SVK. And the towed 2B16 version is named the Nona K. Although no figures have been released, it is estimated that well over 1,000 2S9s were built. The 2S9 Nona S is an amphibious vehicle that can be propelled through the water by two rear water jets. It's operated by a four-man crew comprising commander, driver, mechanic, gunner and loader. 1, 2, 3, oh yeah. The hull interior is separated into a command compartment, a fighting compartment and an engine compartment. A welded steel turret is located in the middle of the hull. The two-man turret has hatches for the gunner, loader respectively. The engine uses a 120mm 2A51 later 2A60 mortar. So what makes it a mortar then? Does that just mean that it's low velocity or it fires high? Not sure. With a nearly 2-meter barrel, it is breech loaded and capable of firing high explosive White Frost, Willy Pete and smoke rounds. Used by all these countries, which is pretty cool. And some stats, just under 9 tons there. It says produced here in 1974. Probably because there was various different variants it has to squeeze into one document. Crew, caliber 120. Elevation, yeah, so it can go all the way up to 80 degrees. Traverse, 70 degrees. Rate of fire, 10 RPM. 10 rounds per minute, okay. Effective firing range, 8.8 kilometers conventional or 12.8 kilometers extended. Not sure what that means, but if you do know, let me know. Armor, 50mm max. Wow, so that's really lightly armored. Main, 120mm 2A60 mortar. It has a secondary machine gun and a diesel engine of 240 horsepower and normal kind of ground clearance. 500 kilometers operational plus, I guess, if it was being carried. Speed 60 clicks per hour, 9 clicks per hour water. All around, pretty impressive vehicle. So I look forward to using that. And we have the Paladin. It's called a howitzer here, but I believe the name of it is a Paladin, a Mike 109, American. It's an American 155mm turreted self-propelled howitzer, first introduced in the early 60s to replace the M44. It's been upgraded a number of times, most recently to the M109A7. The M109 family is the most common Western indirect fire support weapon of manoeuvre brigades of armoured and mechanised infantry divisions. It has a crew of 4, the section chief commander, the driver, the gunner, and the ammunition handler loader. The chief or gunner aims the cannon left or right deflection and up and down quadrant. The British Army replaced its MO-109s with AS-90s. What's that? Whatever that is. Looks quite cool. Several European armed forces have or are currently replacing older 109s with the German PZH-2000. Wow, the Germans are really into their arms, aren't they? Upgrades to the M109 were introduced in the US, see variants below, by Switzerland, with the cancellation of the US Crusader and non-line of sight cannon, which is that. Mark 6 Paladin will remain the principal self-propelled howitzer in the US for the foreseeable future. And just pick some little bits here. You can see it was used in the Gulf War, first Gulf War. Primary is the M126 155mm howitzer, M185 150mm. Okay, different versions that are used for the different guns for the different versions. Secondary is 50 caliber M2, a Mark 19. Oh, I'm not sure is this, or that will have to have a little play when we go and have a look in it, but possibly a Mark 19 40mm grenade launcher, or 7.62 M60 M240. That is an M60, isn't it? No, it's a different type of machine gun, or the British L4 machine gun. Is that a Sten gun? No, I'm really out of my league here, guys. Hyper velocity projectiles, something they were playing with in 2016. It looks like with hyper velocity, so that's not going to be in DCS. Here are the different variants. I think that's all we want to go into for that. Quick look at statistics. Mass 27.5 tons. We've got the dimension there. Separate loading, bagged charge. So you've got a separate bullet and a separate charge, it appears. Caliber. Okay, breech, interrupted screw, traverse 360 degrees, rate of fire 4 RPM. So that compares to 10 RPM of the smaller one. For 3 minutes or sustained 1 RPM. That's pretty pansy, but I guess that's just how it is. Effective firing range 18 kilometers. RAP. RAP, rocket assisted projectile, is a can howitzer mortar or recoilless rifle incorporating a rocket motor. So can use an RAP go up to 30 kilometers, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to get that in DCS. We'll have a play. 450 horsepower diesel, and I think that's only 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers. That's okay for a big beast, I suppose. So that's the Paladin. Let's look at the next. Okay, onto the 2S1 Gavorstika. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to say that. It's a self-propelled howitzer based on the MT, based on that, which I don't recognise from DCS. Multi-purpose chassis mounting a 122mm to A18 howitzer to S1. It's a Grau designation. An alternative Russian designation is SAU-122, but in the Russian army it's commonly known as the Gavorstika. The 2S1 is fully amphibious with very little preparation, and once afloat it's propelled by its tracks in the water. That's a thing, is it? No idea how that works. A variety of track width are also available to allow the 2S1 to operate on snow or swamp conditions. It is NBC protected and has infrared night vision capability. NBC, anyone? What that means? Description, I don't think we're going to go any further into that. Quick look at the statistics. Wow, designed late 50s, produced 70s to 90s. Number built, more than 10,000 of these babies built. How interesting. I wonder why it was so popular. A whole bunch, a few variants there, by the looks of things. Mass 16 tons, so quite light, only half the weight of a Paladin, or a little bit more than half the weight. That 4 crew, separate loading, case charge. I think that means it's got, the shell and then the separate, maybe wrong there. Not entirely sure actually. 122mm horizontal sliding wedge, semi-automatic. Elevation up to 70 degrees, 360-degree turret. Maximum 5 rounds per minute, sustained 1 or 2 rounds per minute. Muzzle velocity 2,200 feet per second, so about the same as an AK-47 or something, I imagine. Firing range conventional is 15 kilometers, extended 21.9 kilometers. So I'm going to assume that is with a rocket propellant shell or something like that. I don't know. 20mm armor, so very thin armor again. I guess main armament is, as we've spoken, haven't seen any machine guns or anything on it. It's a 300 horsepower diesel, 500 clicks range, speed of 37 miles per hour, 60 kilometers an hour off-road, that and in the water. that. So let's carry on. So the game really big now. We are on the 2S19 Mitsa. The Mitsa, after the Mitsa River apparently, is a 152 self-propelled howitzer designed by Russia's Soviet Union, which entered service right at the end, just before the wall fell, 1989, as a successor to the 2S3, which I think we're going to look at in a minute. The vehicle is based on a T80 tank hull, but it's powered by T72's diesel engine. Interesting. I think we're going to read any of that. So designed 1918, produced 1988. Haven't seen any numbers, quantity anywhere of produced. Produced nearly 2,000, so nowhere near as much as the previous one, but I guess that's just due to history. 42 tons, so way the heaviest so far. Crew of 5, elevation only up to 68 degrees, but that would probably be all it needs, I guess. Traverse 360 degrees, rate of fire 6 to 8 rounds per minute. So that seems to be quite high compared to the other large caliber ones. That'll be interesting when we test it out. Maximum firing range. Base bleed, don't know what that means, 45 kilometers. And now we're kicking into big range, which is what, 27 for the Paladin, and this will go up to 45. So why is it so far range compared to a Paladin, which has more or less the same gun as far as I can see? Not sure. RAP, so the rocket assisted, 62 kilometers. Armor is classified, well, it's the same as a T80, but it said 152. How much have we got? The tonnage, 42 tons, yeah. Main armament, secondary, got a half-inch anti-aircraft machine gun, a diesel with 840 horsepower, 500 clicks. They all seem to say 500 clicks. 60 kilometers an hour. Wow, look at the gun on it. Maybe that's why it can go so far, because of the length of the barrel and the velocity or something like that. How interesting. So that's that. One thing I'm a bit annoyed about is it hasn't told me anywhere the amount of bullets that it can take, the amount of rounds it can take. I haven't seen that in any of them. I've only had a quick look, obviously. But anyway, we've got to crack on because we can't make this a 3-hour video. Next, we've got the 2S3 Akatsiya. So this is the predecessor to the Mitsa. Soviet, 152 mm propelled gun, developed in 1968. It was a response to the American 155 mm 109 Paladin. The development started in 1967, according to the resolution of the Council of Ministers of the Soviet Union. From July 1967, it was completed and entered service 1971. Its Grau designation is that. The fighting vehicle also received the additional designation that, which is Russian for acacia. Oh, it's stub of flower, isn't it? That's mildly inappropriate, but okay. Don't think we've got time to look through all of that, but there's some wicked information there by the looks of it. Quick statistics, mass 28 tons, so seriously lighter than the Mitsa. Cool, breech, semi-automatic vertical wedge, elevation -4 to +60, fully traversable turret, rate of fire 1 RPM, so that's pretty poor, or 4 RPM in short bursts, maximum firing range, conventional 18.5, so as opposed to the 45 or whatever it was of the successor, that's pretty low. And a wrap of 24. Armour is 15mm hull, 30mm turret, so it's a pretty weak hull there. Main armament, as we've said, with 46 rounds. Sorry if I've missed that in the other ones, but okay, so there's a fair amount of rounds. 7.62 machine gun controlled remotely. Armament, P machine gun, 1,500 rounds. We've got a V12, diesel 520 horsepower. Okay, not too interested in the rest. 500 kilometers as ever. Speed 63 kilometers, off-road 45. All round, that's pretty impressive. Okay, finally, we've got the beast that is the 152 SPGH Dana. The Dana, being derived from something, gun on truck, automatically is a wheeled self-propelled artillery piece, so it's not tracked. It's also known as the something, and it was designated, designed by this person and built by this person in Czechoslovakia, now Slovakia. Introduced in 1970s, it was the first wheeled 152mm self-propelled gun to enter service. It's based on the modified 8x8 Tatra 813 chassis. Interesting. With excellent cross-country mobility. So I wonder what's superior than tracks or wheels at this point. I guess, can wheels go in water? I don't know. Currently in service with Czech Republic, Libya, Poland, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Slovakia. Compared to track vehicles, wheeled vehicles have the advantage of being cheaper to build and easy to maintain with greater mobility. Tire pressure can be regulated to allow for good mobility off-road. There is power assisted steering of the front. Well, bloody hope so. It lowers 3 hydraulic stabilizers prior to firing and has a roof-mounted crane to assist with ammunition loading. The crew consists of the driver, operates stabilizers. Commander sitting in the front cabin. The gunner aims the gun and opens fire. The loader operator selects the appropriate amount of powder charges. So again, separate shells from powder, I guess. So I wonder if you choose the amount of powder bags for the range you want. That would be interesting. No idea. On the left side of the turret, the ammo handler sets the shells primers. It's on the right side of the turret. More stuff we haven't got time to read through. It's 30 tons. So it's pretty big. Crew of 5. Shells, high explosive or high explosive anti-tank. I'm not sure why you'll be shooting tanks with this thing, but okay. Shell weight is 43 kilos. Wow, imagine trying to pick that up. Now, why is the heat so much lighter? That's interesting. Is it because this has got more metal in it and this has got more charge in it? Or how interesting. Caliber, barrels, I don't know, 5.5 meters, so it's a big old wedge. Plus 70 to minus 4. Traverse, it can only go, you can't go all the way around. Look, it can only go to a certain angle. 4 RPM semi-automatic, pretty impressive. Muzzle velocity is same as the other one, about the same as an AK, I believe. Effective firing range, 19 kilometers and maximum 20. Sights, it's got something called direct fire here. I don't know if anyone knows an OP538D or how direct fire can possibly work. That would be interesting. Obviously, I don't know anything about these kind of things. Armament, how it's 60 rounds, which is impressive. I guess that's, it's got a whopping great body there. It can carry its rounds, I suppose. And a, I can never say that. You know what I mean? Dushka. The Dushka with the half-inch, and it's 340 horsepower. It's pretty weak for that weight. Diesel, I guess, and 600 kilometers. At least it's something different. And very impressive, 80 kilometers, 50 miles per hour. It's pretty fast. I guess that's because of the wheels. Right, sorry that took so long, but you can't say it's not interesting. It really is interesting. Now let's go and drive the bloody things. Okay, we're in the game now. They're going to be red, and we're going to be tactical commander here. Let's go here. So we can control these units. Here's our artillery pieces. We can control them manually from inside the turret, which is what we like doing, or we can control them from up here, and we'll do a mixture of both. So we'll start with the little babby. Now targets, we've got some targets here a few feet away. We've got another set of targets here, which is 7 miles away, and another set of targets here, which is 13 miles away. So I think the little babby, the Nona, I've forgotten what the maximum range is. I don't think it can reach any of the long targets. Let me find out here. No, I don't think the Nona can only fire to there, you see. So he'll have to just fire short. So let's go into it by clicking on the Noma and then clicking here to drive it. And in we go. So we're going to go through our usual motions. Now this is a learning video, it's a tutorial at the end of the day, but we're going to make sure we have plenty of fun because that is what makes life worth living. So we're going to go to adjust controls first of all. Here are the controls for combined arms. If you click on there, combined arms in these categories here. There are not many compared to a plane which gets hundreds. There's less than 100 for all of the combined arms vehicles, and all of the combined armed vehicles use exactly the same controls, which are these here. They're very self-explanatory. I don't need to explain them to you. Just go into the controls here and you can find anything you want really easily. What I would suggest is just leaving them set as they are and not changing any of them unless you really have to. So that's that. All I'm going to show you using is the base controls you need to just get the thing moving and attacking and whatnot. Okay, so let's just go through the usual parameters. I'm going to pause there. We're going to have a little look at the screen, and this will change as per different units. In fact, let me just occupy a different vehicle just in case. Let me get him. That's a bit more like it. So if we have a little look around the screen, if I bring my cursor up, this here is the azimuth that the turret is pointing out. This here is the elevation in meters, is the range in meters that the gun's elevation is aiming at. Down here is the AI orders for if we had AI counterparts in our group. We don't at the moment. These are all single unit groups, 6 single unit groups we've got here. Here is the gun ammo, 39 of 155mm shells of high explosives. Here is our gear, it can be reverse, neutral or drive. Here is our speed of our hull in miles per hour. Here is the azimuth of our hull. Here is the azimuth of our turret compared to the azimuth of our hull compared to north. Here is the health points of our vehicle. Here is the center crosshair where we're aiming. And that's it for this vehicle. Okay, next let's look at the views. F1 puts it inside like this. We can toggle between inside and outside with the insert key like that, and we can operate the vehicle from inside or outside. Out of interest, we can go in the driver's seat by pressing left control and C and drive the vehicle from there. It's up to you, however realistic you want to be. You can drive it happily from the turret. If we press F7, it gives us an outside view of the machine, and we can use the mouse to scroll around it like that. And we can zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. And it's the same with all of these vehicles. It's exactly the same control method. Next, we'll look at driving. So I'm just going to go back into the turret here. I'm going to go to Insert, External View. X-Ray puts it upper gear. Zulu puts it down a gear. So I'm going to press X-Ray to get to drive. W goes forwards. D goes sideways. A goes sideways the other way. S brakes. And I can go Zulu, Zulu into reverse, and then W goes backwards, very slowly, and S will brake, put it out of gear. So that's the controls covered, the movement covered, and the different views covered. Now let's start using the gun or guns. So on this vehicle it appears we just have the main gun and no auxiliary weapons. So F1 back, and insert back into the cockpit. We move the mouse around, which moves the turret around. It's a very slow moving turret, but it's artillery, so that's to be expected. If we want to fire the gun, we press the left button and we'll fire it. Now the beauty about these artillery pieces is that they can fire at close range like a tank. They don't have to be artillery lobbing. So if we want to have some serious fun and make some serious boom boom, we just aim at that guy there and kapow! And you'll probably realise that that is quite satisfying. Okay, let's use it for its proper purpose. So F10, I'm going to find out where the nearest hostiles are, the nearest, kind of artillery range hostiles. So I'm going to draw a line from here to them. That is 0.74 for 7 nautical miles. So let's go and convert that into meters. So that's 12,940. So back we go. F1. So over to 0.74 true. We go, and up to 12,946, 964, sorry, 12,96, about there I'm going to say, and left a bit there, and let's give him a blast. Let's see where that comes down, shall we? Not entirely sure what the flight time would be at this range. Slightly to left, slightly short. Back in. Let's go right a little. Let's go up a little. Fire. Not quite there. Good azimuth, but not far enough. So let's really ramp it up now. Fire. Bang on the money. So that was a 25-second flight time, and we're bang on there. So back in, we go 100 meters up, slightly to the right, and let's put some lead in the air, boys. See the reloading down at the bottom right, so I can put probably 2 shots before the first one hits. That'll do. Let's go and have a look at the impact. Thump! You can see that there is some natural barrel inaccuracies or wind or environmental effects or whatever. Thump. It's just bad shooting, isn't it? Right, so that is all I want to show for the Paladin. Next, let's go on to our next guy here, which is going to be our Gavortsika. And we're going to go drive it there. So this is one that doesn't have any auxiliary weapons either, it's just the main turret. Let's take one of these little batty boys out. Mutilated. Lovely. Okay, this wrong way, sorry. So it was 074 for 12, about 1320, wasn't it? 074 for, let's give him a pop, shall we? Boom! I think this is the 122mm, I think, from memory. I'm guessing it's going to be about the same flight time. Boom! Have one more pop, shall we? Let's go up a few hundred meters. I think it was a longer flight time, so a slightly longer flight time with this weapon. Boom! Oh, I missed again. Damn. Not as much accuracy as the Paladin. Okay, so that's that weapon tried out. Let's go and try the next one. Let's try them slightly out of order, because this here was the next in development, wasn't it? So let's have a look at him. Here he is, and he doesn't seem to have any auxiliary guns, machine guns. I think they did in the real one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've forgotten my own figures there. So let's actually drive in him, select him, click in here. Right, now this looks good fun, doesn't it? Let's take one of these little batty boys down, shall we? How about him? Get some! You can see at the bottom right, we've got 11 rounds remaining and 34 in the magazine. If we run out of these 11 rounds and we need to load more from the magazine, then we press left, control and Romeo to do that. And if we run out completely in the magazine, then what we have to do is go near to a ammunition vehicle, which I don't have here, so I can't show you. And then you would press this key here, rearming, to actually reload more bullets from a secondary vehicle. But let's have one more pop at manual firing and then we'll do the rest automated. Just really want to get one shot on target. As you probably realise, I'm not really good at this, but we're going to give it a dang good go. I think this one's going to be pretty high velocity. Boom! I saw the bullet at that time. Oi! So close. Sorry, I've got to do one more. Got to get the next one on target, and then I'll hand it over to the machine. Boom! Come on, baby. Give me a hit. Give me a hit. Give me a hit. Yay! Thump right in the middle, look. God damn it. How come that guy wasn't killed? That's so frustrating. Oh, wow. Look. I've actually killed loads of, although they've not blown up. He can't move anymore. He can't move anymore. He can't move anymore. He can't move anymore. Neither of these guys, none of these guys can be used just because that power of that high explosive right in the middle there. So it's basically taken out 5 or 6 units in that one shell. Pretty impressive. Right, so I'd now like to show you how to use the other two guys to fire automatically. So I'm going to get the Mitsa. No, which one's the biggest? Okay, we'll take the Mitsa here. It's a real beastie. I've just realised it actually shows you the different ammo here. I've never seen that before. It shows you the different ammo here. So what we're going to do, in fact, I'm going to use the Dana next because I want to show you using that machine gun by hand. And it actually shows you if they've got machine guns. I've never seen that before, so that's cool. So we're going to use the Dana from this mode. We're going to go SAD target from the Dana. And we're going to go find a target. We're going to go click right in the middle there, plonk. And we're going to click set. And we're going to click the target radius, drag this bar to set the radius roughly to what we want. Just going to see if I can move that target. Now I can. Let's pop him there. You can see you've got coordinates, you've got max altitude, the range of the shot, stuff like that, so it's interesting. We're going to tell him to start firing automatically, and then this may take a few minutes for it to start, because it just does for whatever reason. Let's go and have a look at him. Oh, he's already firing. Wow. Hey, mud thumper. Look at that. Let's go and look at the damage. Oh my. Things have changed, haven't they? Skip that forward. Boom. 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 That's how you do it, sir. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Would not want to be sitting there. Imagine 10 of these firing. Boom, 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 boom. Absolutely terrifying. Accuracy really leaves something to be desired, though, doesn't it? Look at that. Hitting everything except the target. Imagine if I reduced the radius of that circle, all of the hits would be on target. Well, that's enough of that. I think that's pretty good proof of concept. So all I want to show now is... Wow, look how much they're damaged. In fact, why don't we just test that a little? Why don't we change this guy so that the target is going to reduce its radius. So we go here, and let's bring its radius right down to there. Let's see how he does now. I like it. And he's out of ammo. God, that's annoying. Yeah, so that's how we could have made it more accurate. But that's a pretty plundered battlefield there. Let's see if any of them are still good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are still usable. Right, so that's the Dana or the Dana, which was very cool. Now we're just going to use Big Boy the Mitza, and I just want to use this manually again because I know it's got a machine gun and we should use it just for fun. So let's click on drive. First thing we're going to do is press the echo key to change weapons. It won't let me. How frustrating. So it doesn't look like we can use the machine gun on this, which is annoying. I would have liked to use that gun. Oh, I'm not sure what he's doing. No, it doesn't look like we can control the machine gun. That's a bit annoying, but we've got this big thumping gun and we might as well do something with it. So how about we get this guy? Right click and hold gives us this. Oh, we like that. How about this guy here then? I wonder if we could shoot an aeroplane down. Thump. And we can do it from this view as well. And why don't we try shooting a house? Oh, our friend's still firing. Ooh, ouch. Look at that. Look, I've blown the house up. Haha, get some. Chimney. That's gotta go. Ouch. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's got a sting. Oh, ooh. Missed. Shame. Come on, some parked something or other. Ooh, infrastructure. Come on, what's the range on it? What's the range on it? Thump. Missed. Little Vic. Boom! Ho-ho. Ow! Boom! Wow, that's far away, look. Shame we haven't got a laser rangefinder. That would be cool. Let's try this then. Boom! Ooh! Sucks to be you. Oh, hello. Ow! Factories, schools, anything you want. Ooh, yes sir. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Ah, Mavis's house. Mavis? Knock, knock. Ow. Pow, in the face. Can you hit a telegraph pole? Negative. Ouch. Ooh. Anything else fun to blow up? Oh, now that's just asking for it. I'm going to do it properly. We'll see if we can find the lighthouse at 225. 5 true. There he is, look. He is at 1.57 miles. He is 2.9 kilometers, so it's 2,900. 2,900, sir. Wow, look at the lead you need for him. Lob! Oh, in the face! That's beautiful. No more lighthouse for you. Lighthouse family. Anything else? To go boom. Oh, just. That's a shame, isn't it? Oh. 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 Ow. Ooh. Ouch. Missed. Right. Oh no, that's just too good to pass up. Choppers at 310. There. Mr. Helicopter there is at 0.94 nautical miles. 0.94 gives us 1,740 meters. Where is that? It's going to be about. Boom. Mod Thumper. Ah, missed. Ooh, buses. And we want to do them buses. The closest ones on 1.16 nautical miles. Bang! Looks like my maths must be rotten. Oh no, I got him! I took them all out there, apart from the rear ones now. A control tower, no one likes control towers. Thump! It's on fire. Oh, tell me that's not a friggin' ammo dump there. Oh, ammo dump destroyed. What about you? Oh, no you didn't. Second ammo dump destroyed. Ouch. Right, that's about it guys. Okay, I'm not going to lie, that went on for a little longer than I was hoping, but let's not pretend we didn't have a lot of good fun there. Right, that's all I've got to show on the artillery pieces. I hope that helps, and see you later.